Okay, let's try this again, but this time with less embarrassment. Hello viewers, I'm SB, and welcome back. It's time. Listen, what we gotta do this time, I don't like any of these. I don't like any of these either. Let's take this one. What we need to do this time is we need to upgrade the shield first. Foolishly, I put a bunch of effort into upgrading our time extender. But the fact is that the time extender makes us less likely to die in combat, which was already, wow, already a pretty low risk, unless I shoot like that all the time. So really, we should be, our greatest concern is actually the environment, right? Mines and asteroids and stuff. So really the shield, which does the best job of preventing those kinds of deaths, should probably be the first priority. So let's go up to a larger capacity shield quickly, and let us not be swayed by the temptation of a higher level XC. Because really, the XC shield, it doesn't have the thing we need in a shield, which is capacity enough to give us time to think and make better decisions. Alright, the good news is we are in a position here where we can go very quickly through the early sectors. The bad news is that we're going to have to get that DNA that we found all over again. I kind of can't believe, honestly, that the ancient node that we did last time gave us dark energy. Like, what a crummy reward. A single dark energy. Because dark energy it's valuable, but it's far easier to get than dark matter. This is nice, though. A little bit of early crystal and plasma. Some scrap. I guess we don't need nearly as much scrap as we have on previous runs, because a big part of the reason that we always needed scrap was so that we could build missiles. But that is not a concern here. We can build combat drones. That's something that there we go. Or shield charge. I think we have all the drone recipes. I suspect we have either all of the blueprints or very close to all of the blueprints. Oh, that guy dropped 20 fuel? That's nuts. Yeah, I hear you. Alright. The non-missile turrets have a slightly larger amount of health. Yeah, man, we can just blaze through these nodes. Alright. Looks like there's not a whole lot more of value. I can't see any other large objects that could be caches. So what did we start with this time? 1 dark energy, 3 dark matter. Like I'm saying, the first thing we want to do is get an upgraded shield going. So Shield Mark II... The Shield Mark II requires enough dark matter that it's not sensible to build one as a bridge. We should just try to get all the way up. But the Shield Mark I doesn't require any plasma, and I think I really do want it over even the Mark II X Shield XC that we picked up last time. Alright. Yeah. So that's going to be priority 1. First near-term goal is bigger shield. Excuse me. Bless me? What am I supposed to say when I sneeze? What does Gesundheit actually mean? Is that a sensible thing to say to yourself? Alright, so right now we're just grabbing resources. We need to be able to build ourselves some better parts. It's kind of neat not to have to worry about the weapon at all, though. Yeah, let's draw in on this guy, take him out before we do anything else. This must be terrifying for him. It's like being pursued by the best sniper drone in the universe. Obviously not that I'm super concerned about his experience. Bump. Okay, maybe that's not a good thing to do because it actually like spun me around pretty badly when I made contact. Which could have resulted in further collisions.
Target destroyed.
Honestly, the huge like blinding laser that they fire makes it way easier to target them. There's a small amount of dark energy. Actually, no, that's not a 1, that's an 11. Okay, there's a large amount of dark energy over here. Oh, Shock Rifle Pro, you're adorable. Okay, so we have enough dark energy to do our early constructions now, probably. But I think we're short like 7 dark matter or something, so it's gonna be a little while. I do not remember what we were missing for our normal shield. Okay, we're all set. So let's remove this thing and equip a new normal shield. And then upgrade the capacity of it a lot. Alright, we are considerably more shielded than we were during the last run. Hopefully, enough to survive a single mine collision. Although also, I'm going to be even more vigilant about mines now. I knew they were going to be trouble, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to survive like 2 or 3 hits, but I was pretty surprised to die in a single contact. That is not the result that I was expecting at all. I think I'm getting better. Why is there a single drone all the way out there? Maybe we should go look. I wonder if that drone was a signal that there's something of interest going on there. Alright, you know what? Let's sign your own death warrant there. Okay. I mean, stuff is fine for now, I guess. Damage limiters actually might be a good thing to use on this run. We haven't really found a lot of use for those yet, but here, where it would be very easy for me to die very quickly, maybe even suddenly, having damage limiters to give me a little bit more time to react might be a good play. Well, that's not great. I will certainly buy plasma, and I'll trade ore for crystal basically anytime. And we may as well refuel while we're here. Okay, that was a pretty good service station, actually. Have I been in there? It's got a real strange glowing from inside of here. Where's that light coming from? Why is it like red in here? It's not in my head, right? Yeah, that's... That's very curious. I am unsettled. Let's be somewhere else. Okay, a time extender. We will absolutely take over this. Where exactly? Ah, okay, here's another little alcove. See, none of these are lit from within by some kind of terrifying otherworldly light. I have no idea what's going on with that place. And that makes me really nervous about being there. Okay. These freighter wrecks have been extremely disappointing. Whoever's populating all of space for the sole purpose of my amusement needs to do a better job. It's like the worst theme park of all time.
Combat assistance has been requested against raiding outlaw elements.
Something tells me that I will be able to help you, sir. Okay. Oh, I got all excited because I saw dark matter, but it's on the wrong side of the table. Well, I will trade gas for dark energy. That seems fine. So, what's up? Oh, there's... It wasn't just the trader, it was also... outlaws over here who need to be eliminated. Boy, he's really booking. Wait, the turrets are on my... Okay. We haven't seen a lot of these combat assistance missions, but I assumed that they would be, you know, mostly focused around getting rid of raiders.
A payment has been deposited with you by way of reward for your assistance.
Yeah, okay, 2,000 credits, whatever. At this point, I don't know how many more meaningful upgrades we can actually get. So, credits are sort of not valuable anymore. And we'll keep picking them up. Right, there's no sense in not maxing out our stuff, but I think we're pretty far past the point of that being a big deal. Okay, so let's finish upgrading our shield. Oh, we are short power cells. Never mind. I guess we're good for now? Is this... I thought from a distance that this was derelict, because it looks like it's got big holes in it, but I think it's actually just a GMB mining platform, and, you know, they look like that. Alright, well, I guess let's zoom through here. See if our sensors pick anything interesting up on the way to the fuel. It looks like they probably, looks like they have. Nope, they have not. It's just more fuel. Alright, I know I say this multiple times every single video, so we all know it's true before I say it. But man oh man, could I use some dark matter. Okay, so this is what I was talking about during the last video, where like I had started to see all kinds of crazy stuff really early. And then, for some reason, last video we didn't. But here's a Corvette in Sector 2, so this is, yeah. Aha, that guy didn't plan on me having a cartoonish super weapon. Smoke Cloud is actually doing a pretty good job of making it hard for me to tell where that dude was. Alright, let's get the Corvette thing over with. So I don't think I care about his shield charge drones, right? Like, we just get over here where we're, like, partially in cover and let him have it. Yeah, the shield charge drones are not really getting any meaningful charging done. Oh, that's somebody jumping in. That is not yet an actual contact. Okay. Well, that was fun. That might be the least loot that we've ever gotten from a Corvette, and it's not even good loot. Very disappointing. So yeah, I guess last run it was just luck of the draw that we didn't see anything crazy in the first couple of sectors. That's fine. Let's go deal with this. So what do we have in terms of defense? There don't seem to be a lot of turrets. No minefield. There's a missile silo. Huh. Just not a very well defended jump suppressor. I thought the whole idea of these was that they would force you to come close to them to leave, but then the area close to them would be likely to kill you so that the outlaws could harvest your husk. The way I put that sounds kind of gross, but listen, we're all gamers here. We've all harvested a husk or two. Or 20. Or 1,000. Man, how many corpses do you think you have looted in your entire history of playing video games? Because it's like a pretty... When you actually think about it, think about the words that I am saying to you. How many corpses have you looted? It's like a pretty grotesque pastime. But it's something that we do in basically all games without even really thinking about it. Hell yeah, DNA. DNA at a low risk node. It's just gonna be me and him. We're gonna have a one-on-one. Where's my dumbass clone? Huh. I actually don't... Yeah, I don't see him. Oh, there he is. Elite Nocturnal. So he's in a gunship.
Prepare to be toasted. Not a chance.
Actually, chance. Significant chance. That's an anti-missile drone. I should clear some of his drones, but like... Probably not that one. There we go. That's a drone to kill. That's a drone to kill. Oh, I had no energy for my cloak. My plan was to cloak when he got into range. Okay, so sometimes my drone is driving, or sometimes my clone is driving a sweet dropship. I am not convinced that the ship was the problem. We're getting back out there. I'm pretty sure that was all me. What's good? We definitely don't need fuel tank. Speed is good. Speed is good. Is speed good? Yes, speed is good. We're gonna run away if we get into another one of those situations. Ooh, starting the game with a mainframe override Mark III is an interesting prospect. Honestly, though, I don't really like the mainframe override. Okay, well, out of all of these options, I'm going to start with an access key, and I assume it's not even going to give me the missiles. Or maybe it's going to start me, like, in space next to the missiles and I can salvage them? No, it just didn't give them to me. That's fine. I actually think that access key alone is probably better than all those other options, which does not speak super highly of those other options. So that was an equipment transport that got hit a little bit. So we get a free pulse laser, by which I mean we get 2 scrap and 3 scrap, and also 2 ore. Okay, we rolled a little bit better on the dark matter this time. Started with 5. I think we need 10 right for our shield, so still pretty significant. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We have to actually survive to get deep enough into the game for it to give us the dark matter. That's the problem we're having right now. And notice, when I'm doing well, it's always me. When I'm doing poorly, it's always us. The problem I am having right now is that I am just not... I'm not, what do you call that thing? Being good at video game. I'm not being terrible. And most people will tell you, I mean, it's I think pretty well known, that the number one step to being good at anything is to not be terrible at that thing. Actually, it's fine to be terrible at something, you know, temporarily. Being terrible at a thing can be a good stepping stone on the way to not being terrible at it. Usually, actually, a necessary stepping stone. Alright, like I'm obviously I'm gonna try to just burn through these super fast. Let's get back up to the interesting part of the game. That was 3 actual ships. I always assume when I encounter a group of targets like that it's going to be mostly drones. So it usually is, right? It's a missile turret. It knows something's around here. The turret itself doesn't have any targeting logic, which I guess kind of makes sense, right? Its whole purpose is to know if something is near, and then just fire the missile and let the missile do all the work. No sense building redundant targeting systems. Okay, these are down in this little alcove.
A direct monetary reward for your endeavors.
Yes, the very difficult work I did here when I shot that box. Or that... It's really more of a barrel, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, not a lot of compelling stuff happening in these early sectors. Well, hopefully we'll be able to pull some DNA off of some slightly less difficult clones. That the clone we fought there has me pretty convinced that I was right and that the gunship is just the best ship. I didn't even really think about the fact that the clones would probably have access to the same, like, layout of materials and weapons and stuff that we've been using the whole game, because every clone we've run into so far has just been flying the basic fighter, as far as I can tell. Which makes sense, it's a very good ship, but maybe not the best ship, it turns out. Where the heck is this tech container? It's in here? There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that wasn't worth all the effort I put into finding it. Because my time's meaningless and valueless, right? It's probably fine. Alright, what do we got? 2 more jumps till we even out of the first sector, man. I guess let's hit the service station first. I don't want to have to come back over here. Purchase plasma, sure. These traders are always... They're always short on crystal. Crystal seems to be a high demand product. But they never want to offer like an interesting price for it or anything. It's always like, would you basically give us some crystals as charity? Thanks. Thanks, Hive. That's very helpful. He's gotten pretty chatty lately. I can't say I like it. He's just as embarrassed about me crashing into the framework of that derelict ship as I was, I guess. This game is very relaxing. During the times when you're not in, like, active, desperate combat, just flying around space is nice, man. Just a pleasant experience. Should we rob that transport? It's an equipment transport. It could have a lot of cool stuff on it. And it doesn't actually have an escort. Like, there's G&B stuff in the area. But I think we can get away with this. Wait. You know what? I was just thinking about those guys jumping in. I was like, man, we haven't seen what's her face, Rosalind's sister, in a while. What happened to her?
They've locked onto me.
They are going to wish that they had not done that. You guys better not spook that transport. Also, he just came out of the rock face.
I've got this.
Is he getting all... Is the game giving me low confidence voice lines because my health is low? Listen, everything is under control, possibly. Everything is maybe under control. Okay, G&B defenders jump in. Well, I got a lot of loot off of him. Listen, in my defense, no, I don't have anything. That was just a dumb thing to do for no reason. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go back to the hangar because I don't have a choice, and we're going to, I don't know, man. No, I like our. I was gonna say we're gonna change up our modules and just skip to Sector 2. But you know what? No, we're not, because I like my modules, or I like my enhancements rather. So let's just. We only have $1,400 because I'm a big idiot. I got myself killed really quickly. I don't know. Let's pay into this. We almost have a level of that, I guess. And then I hit escape, because that's what you do when you're in a menu and you want to go forward, is you hit escape, right? Alright, guys, seriously, this time it's the one. This is the run. New selection. Access key... yes. You know, we could just play the game on easy, right? It's not really anything to lose. What am I doing? I'm way too far out. You don't get as many credits, which doesn't matter. I think you're less likely to get blueprints. I think that's the thing I read. Again, not really relevant. I just shot him. He's like, oh my gosh, there's somebody out there. Stop! He's doing a really good job of evading me. There, was that worth it? I mean, listen, I guess if I was pretty sure I was going to die, I would probably do stuff to prolong my life. Regardless of how much prolonging. Those guys are really far away. Alright. So hey, SB, you're asking. I hear you cry. Hey, SB. That was the last major screw-up, right? You're going to play it safe and get us there this time? And yes, the answer is yes, this is the one. This is definitely the run. You know, those other Those other runs before, failures, not so good. This time different and better. This run, this is the truth. Edward J. Duggins. Stealing this ship turned out to be a mistake. I have no idea what all these controls do or how I got here. There's a button labeled SD. I can only assume it means singularity drive. Why would you find... Okay. Well, he pressed the SD button, and now we have all of his money. So take that, guy. That's weird. Little frame rate drop there. My hardware is, like, pretty good now. It used to be not that great, but it is pretty great now, so I'm a little annoyed. So we spent a lot of money upgrading this computer. Alright, what do we do? Sure, I'll scoop up a single ore this time. I keep hearing, like, jumpy noises, like people are jumping in, but nothing seems to actually be jumping in. Surprise, surprise, this guy did not have a huge amount of dark matter on this ship for us. Where are we at on dark matter this time? Ooh, okay, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. We're further from victory than ever before. Maybe we could get a little bit lucky. You know, get some good loot. We haven't really had a lot of luck loot-wise, but to be fair, there's also not really a lot of things that I want. Our desire list is pretty short, man. It's a shame there's no kind of like crafting system or anything, so there's no way for me to synthesize dark matter. Okay, there's no containers over there.
Down one.
Well, this outlaw base is clearly not here solely for my purposes. All right, let's get out. This note is a bummer. I'm done with this place forever. We are never coming back. All right. I mean, I guess it's largely very similar notes. Okay, now we do have to care about the content of the nodes a little bit, because it's important that we don't just not get any fuel, right? Like, we can't just jump through the first sector super fast, because we need to keep our fuel reserves up.
Wonder where these containers came from.
Probably, you know, people out there in space living their lives. Think about it for a second, Adam. How many containers do you use every single day? Now imagine how many people are in space, and then do like some multiplication. Frankly, I'm surprised there aren't more containers. Oh. Howdy. Is that the first time that I've heard one of them speak recognizable
Yes,
English?
nanobots.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but he said, "I will try to flank him." And he said it was kind of like a German accent. Not like a real German accent, but like a cartoon German accent, like Mike Myers used to do when he did that Sprockets bit on SNL. Override code cost me a fortune, but it let me take the ship in seconds. Clipped wingtip at end of runway. Rough landing when engines cut out. Day's work to fix. Rogan will be pissed at the delay. There's an awful lot of space hijacking going on. Damage is more serious than I thought. Torn metal cut both hydraulic and fuel lines. Fixed both, but fluid levels are low. We'll handle engine damage tomorrow. With this one job, I can finally get Rogan off my back. Hot today. Nothing to drink anywhere. Bashed engine fairing back into position with a rock. Cut my hands. Must rest, but with Rogan charging me 25% interest a day, I've got to keep going. Tried engine start, no battery power. Set up a solar panel to charge it. Engine started. Alarm lights on the dash. Lost the rest of my hydraulic fluid somehow. Going nowhere. If I can't get the ship to Rogan today, I'll end up owing him again. No sleep. Tired. Thirsty. Seeing double. Hard to focus. I'm screwed. Listen, you should not pilot a spaceship when you are tired or like in diminished capacity. I've made that mistake. I flew into a black hole. I guess I'm lecturing this guy who is already dead. First of all, has definitely already learned the lesson, and secondly is dead, so cannot benefit from it anyway. Alright, let's try to do this quickly. We're gonna end the video not in Sector 1. That's my goal right now. Is to get further than Sector 1 for the video. So we've got about 20 minutes to create a run that looks like it's going somewhere. Who's jumping in? What is this? Okay, well, it was nice of the Okar to go all the way out of the way to inform me where all the outlaw turrets are. That was handy. It was nice of them to bring me all this free stuff. I mean, beggars can't be choosers, but obviously you know what I was looking for. I mean, I will take the mainframe override, but I'm probably going to end up dismantling it. The problem with this thing is that it's just too inconsistent, and I understand why it has to be inconsistent. Because, man, that would be powerful. But, like, I don't know. There's probably some way to design this thing so that it's a little bit more usable. Maybe you want it to be more difficult to get a hold of more powerful ships. But, like, I'd like to remove the variance from it, you know? I don't know what you could do. And maybe it's an untenable problem. But probably not, right? Very few problems are. Okay. My initial thought was maybe like make it take longer on higher, more difficult ships, but honestly, it kind of takes so long that it's not interesting to use already. Maybe you have to do something skillful. Maybe you have to, like, I suppose if there were systems in the game that allowed you to, like, disable enemy ships or something, maybe you have to disable them to, like, add a skill component to it. Well, that was pretty good. That was all the dark matter we needed. That was 9 dark matter. We do not need this. But, salvage you. Okay, so what else am I short? I'm sure I don't have the materials, but what else am I missing? We need a lot more plasma and scrap and power cells. Okay, we're getting there. Do I have the materials to make a normal shield in the meantime? I do not. Alright, once we have our triple max capacity shield 3, I'm going to feel a lot more secure. Alright, I I am not going to rob Gene B. That is not a good idea. I'm far too fragile to take chances, basically. That's kind of a bummer. I like a little gamble here and there. It keeps the game interesting, but we have got to play this a little bit more cautiously. Also, probably it would help if I was a little more mobile. I'm sitting still a lot so that I can try to aim. And you can see what moving even a little bit is doing to my aim. Okay. Hold on a second now. There we go. Cloaking is fair play. They let me have the cloak. They put the cloak in the game because they want me to use it. Okay, I'll take that. Nice interim holdover shield. Okay, it's an active mining base. I don't care about that. Huh. Are these... Okay. I'll take these. Kind of surprised that the trader's not interested in them, but I guess he has other things on his mind. So, gel is not a limiter. Definitely trade some gel for some parts we need. How short are we now? Plasma and power cells. Okay. Hey, we're getting there. I will feel much more secure once we build this. We also need to make sure that we have a good stockpile of crystal so that we can get the upgrades on it quickly. What else do I see? I see ore. Well, I guess let's go grab that. Yeah, I'm excited. I just, I have to not screw up in any major way until we get this shield completed. And there's my old ship. Which has some, it has some stuff. Only a single power cell, unfortunately. Disassemble our old cloak. Alright, actually, maybe I shouldn't have disassembled the shield booster. Maybe I should have found room for that. There's another thing of ore over here. But yeah, that was pretty lucky. That was a good trade. I can't imagine why... First of all, why it would be priced like that. Secondly, why a guy who has a bunch of dark matter is hanging out here. Well, I mean, I guess that... No, that makes perfect sense. You get something that's cool and rare, and then you take it to a place where there really isn't any of it. A little bit of fuel. Was he just harassing a collection drone? I don't think that was even a target that was worth shooting at. It was just one of the little automated drones that jumps around and grabs the little pieces of ore that come out of the mining things. I am drifting backwards. Okay, there we go. I thought for a second there that I had drifted out of the jump gate right as it was about to complete. What? Okay, so these are the bottom of turret stands. There's another one over there. This is a sensors impaired area, but fortunately, I have learned what things look like now. I'm actually getting a lot of pings, though.
was rather close.
Too close.
Alright, you guys seem to be a little confused. Not the word I would have used. I was so proud of myself after the first shot. There we go. Oh, we're already full on nanobots. Jeez. Yeah, the voice lines could use a little bit of additional context checking, because they're not always firing at appropriate times here. Hey, listen, I like nanobots as much as the next guy, possibly more, but that was not really a bingo sort of situation. Oh, I'm surprised that survived one hit. Okay, I'm very nervous about the lasers. That's fine, I guess. All of the lasers just sort of leaking out of the various laser conduits around the ship could probably mess me up really bad really quickly. Really badly really quickly. Elise would be outraged if she heard me say really bad really quickly. Alright, well, I don't hate the sensor array. Let's get out of here. It's making me nervous. It's an okay find. Let's get just close enough to kill this guy. And then go back to what we were doing. I've got to be pretty close now. So where are we at on this? Sorry, not that. This. Two power cells, and this should get us all set on plasma. Okay, all we need is 2 power cells now. Power cells are like relatively rare, it seems like, but it also seems like they can just drop anywhere. They're not like the dark matter, where the thing that makes them rare is that they only come from a couple of different things. Do I like an energy injector? I think I do. I'm not ever remembering to actually use mine when I need them, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't have them. There's a lot of fuel just sort of floating around in the middle of nowhere. I was hoping that our boosted sensors would pick something up inside the wreck of that ship, but I guess not. Yeah, I'll be with you in a second.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it looks like the other turrets are all missile turrets, so a lot less dangerous. I don't love the fact that all of these boxes only have credits in them, man. Nothing. Alright, we are, I think, going to hit that container. Yeah. A bunch of crates in it. Really, why not? Right now what we're looking for mostly is basic crafting materials, and this is a fine way to get a bunch. Over the normal, the drone override, maybe? That's a useful thing to have, right? Okay, well we got a lot of cool things there. We did not get any power cells. Yeah, rough, man. I mean, I'm sure we'll get them eventually, but I'm nervous because now we have enough. Now that we have enough dark matter, I feel like I'm going to blow it. This is basically where this is coming from. I'm concerned that I'm going to blow it. It doesn't really matter whether we go to a trader or a service station, right? I guess let's go to the trader. Going to the trader means that we could potentially have the shield a node earlier, which could matter, right? That one node could be the difference. He has nothing. He has nothing for sale. I assume that he was flying formation with drones. These are not drones. It's actually kind of easier to target them. I'm gonna stop mouse locking onto them. It's actually kind of easier to target them when they don't have the big circle around them. Because when I'm locked onto them, I have to shoot like in the middle-ish of the circle, but not always exactly in the middle, and I also sometimes cannot tell exactly where the middle is. But when they are not locked on, they're represented by a much smaller target. It's way easier to put my mouse inside of that target and know that I'm going to know that I have the lock, essentially. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab this while we're near it. Not even because I particularly need the materials, but because I want it to stop showing up on the radar. Okay, plasma's still useful. We are going to have to build other things beside the shield. Like, it's important not to tunnel vision. We need lots of resources of all kinds. Oh, these are just little bits of ore from the G&B ore extractors that I do not care about. Okay, well, wait, enemies. That guy might drop power cells. Nope, he dropped a drone override. Well, this could be something over here. Man. You cannot catch a break on this loot. Okay, now I'm pretty confident that we cleared it. This is another thing, man, I would sure like to be able to, like, craft some power cells out of my other components or something at a significant loss, even. I like it when they're flying real slow like that. It makes my life a lot easier. I just said I was going to stop locking on them. See, look how easy it is to target them in the little diamond. All you have to do is have your cursor in the diamond and you know you're going to get them. This is a minefield. We're just going to scope it out real quick. That's 11 power cells. Alright. I'm going to go around to the far side of the minefield, because it looks like that stuff is closer to that side. And we're just going to be really careful. We're not going to do anything unnecessarily dangerous. But man, I want those power cells. What the? Alright. Wouldn't that be nice? The weapon overdrive, honestly, is like the reason to play the Interceptor. It is such a good module. That's the power cells right there. There we go. Man, I do not want to get into a fight near this minefield. Nothing but the fullest shields as we enter the mines. That's not a mine, that is a bit of orange paint. Well, I mean, you can understand how I drew the conclusion I drew. I'm sure these two nanobots will heal me for more than I just spent shooting at them. We do need fuel, by the way. We're not, like, low or anything, but if we can grab some easy fuel, we should. We should also construct the shield right now, because it could totally save my life, like, in the next couple of seconds. Alright, base 175 hit points. And capacity. We need one more power cell. Sorry, 3 more power cells. 4 minus 1 is not 1. And I know that because I spent an exorbitant sum going to college for a math-related education. You guys can trust me, I'm basically an expert. 4 minus 1 is not 1. I know it's an unpopular opinion. You're just gonna have to believe it. That unpopular opinion stuff drives me nuts. It is totally a thing lately on Reddit for people to post that they have an unpopular opinion and then post a thing that sometimes is not an unpopular opinion, but like, regardless of whether or not it is, I feel like most subreddits, if I ran a subreddit, I would have a bot that just deletes posts that start with the word unpopular opinion followed by a colon. Nobody wants to have a discussion with you about whether or not you're going along with the hive mind or however you are viewing this. Okay, so I said that we weren't going to need an energy core extension, but I'm less confident of that now. Do I have the materials for one? I can make a Mark II. Okay, it doesn't even really take anything expensive. Does the Mark III? Yeah, the Mark III takes dark energy. Okay, well, let's make a Mark II energy core extension for the moment, because I actually am pretty low on power, and I think I do want the sensor relay. Although, do I want the sensor relay more than I want to, like, build a new time extender? Probably not, right? What am I short on for time extenders? Processors. And honestly, a Mark III time extender doesn't even really take a lot of dark matter. I just need processors.
You've been detected.
Yeah. You're telling me. What's wrong with you? There's Okar attacking your base, man. Go get those dudes. Okay, we definitely want to target the Okar first. They significantly outnumber the outlaws. There we go. Okay. There might be a turret or two that's still active, so let's watch out for that.
This is bad.
Enemies in range.
Who's even targeting me? Is it these guys? It's so bright here. I can't... Okay, here we go. Where'd all your backup go? Oh, and here's my backup. Yeah, that guy came after me with a drone and another fighter, and he probably thought he was pretty set. My ship is tiny. If they have scanners, it reads as damaged. Alright, let's just watch out. Let's not get shot to pieces by a turret at close range, because we weren't paying attention. Looks like not really a lot of interesting stuff over here. It really does feel like, even I had some questions about whether the increased drop rate of nanobots was something that was actually happening, or whether it just felt like it was happening due to them having no use for us while we were rolling with Leech. And I have to say, I think we just see a lot more nanobots now than we used to. I'm not sure why, but now that we like actually do have a use for them, sometimes we're still seeing them all over the place. Alright, well, this was a pretty productive node already. And yes, I just missed a large stationary storage container. I'm pretty sure I mentioned something during the last episode about how I don't feel like my aim is all that good. And there you go. Hard proof. That might have been earlier this episode. You know, this episode's been a real roller coaster for me. I can't exactly remember everything that's happened. Alright, well, there's the jump gate. Let's get out of here. Get firmly into the next sector. Let's go around the minefield. Get firmly into the next sector and then call it for the day. It's been it's been a roller coaster emotionally more than anything. Geez, even with the energy core extender, we're still really low on energy.
To have come so far is an achievement.
So that's a gunship drone. Or a gunship core. Oh, he had his forward shield on. I didn't even think about that, but that's probably what was happening with the other one. Okay.
I hate doing this. I'm only killing myself so I can live.
In a sense.
No, spare me the platitudes. AIs can't understand irony.
There are certain nuances of the human condition which might be untranslatable as psychological sensation, but I do understand.
Yeah, I doubt it.
You know, I think that the AI is considerably smarter and more personable than the clones are. So, all right, well, lucky us. DNA fragment 1. Sorry, DNA fragment 1 of this run. Alright, and we'll get some dark energy, probably, from the inside of the, I don't know what to call this. Wow, that's 6 dark matter in that container. What I was about to say is I don't know what to call this. Station? This ancient outpost, maybe? Wait, where is the outpost? I seem to have lost it. Hold on a second. Where the hell? Ah, there we go, okay. I was gonna say, it's pretty big. Should be difficult for me to just completely lose track of it. Alright, Alright, but now we have a bunch of dark matter, and we can build ourselves something really valuable. Let's see exactly what we get out of this first. Is it always just going to be a small amount of dark energy? But at this point, we do need dark energy a little bit more than we need dark matter, probably, due to the huge amount of dark matter that we've already been given. I don't like the cloak very much, but I have to admit, it definitely has its uses. I really do like the sensor relay, but it's taking up 30 energy, and I'm just going to dump it. Salvage, and then let's get that time extender. Nope. Let's not do that, because why? Why am I missing... Does that have any processors, perhaps? Maybe that's why? Could be. Well, I guess let's sit here and let that slot sit empty. Oh, I'm allowed to use adaptive armor? I thought... Huh. Well, whatever. I'm gonna leave the slot empty. Okay. Let's go. 1 dark energy. Since it now seems like it may consistently be 1 dark energy that you get out of that, 1 dark energy feels like a pretty poor
This ship is your
price.
life. Remember that.
I don't intend to get us destroyed.
Oh gosh. Must destroy the Corvette before the lightning destroys my shields. Okay. Corvette down. Okay, come on, come on. Just take a deep breath. Let's kill that first. Oh, what is this? No. Oh my god. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. With my hull the way it is, we're way too reliant on our shield for survival. I'm just not doing that. I'm just not doing that node. Okay, well, we got to the part of the game where things are difficult. I was gonna stop. Well, whatever. We'll stop after this one. Okay, swarm fighters actually are going to be pretty easy to deal with. That is not a problem we have with this build. I didn't get to loot that Corvette. Maybe I bailed out too quickly. I don't know. It seemed like sticking around while being attacked by capital ships from one side and bombers from the other. Sticking around while my shield is constantly being drained at an erratic rate. Just feels like asking for trouble. Oh, he's got his front shield up. That's fine, we'll just, there we go. I know these drones are just shield charge drones, and actually...
Would it be too much to ask for you to take better care of the craft?
Risk-taking is my prerogative.
What the hell? I'm sure you guys were trying to help, but Jesus Christ. Do you know how big space is? You do not have to fly that close to me.
That showed him.
Okay. For what reason? What could possibly compel you, flying around space, to be like, you know what we should do? We should fly within 4 inches of that guy over there and definitely approach him from an angle that he's not looking at. There's no way that could turn out wrong. I fired my gun right as they went past. They could have died. It's a very good gun. I guess they don't have any reason to know that, but... I'm skirting the minefields. I am not going into the minefields. If I saw some processors, I probably would try to chance it. Okay. That's a G&B container. We don't need to mess with that. Now let's get out of here. What? The jump suppressor is jumping in right now, I'm assuming. But is jumping in, not has jumped in. So, you know. Frustrating. Alright, let's let the energy regen. Come on. No more jump-ins. We're done. We're done with jump-ins. Oh, that front shield generator. Zoom past him. Oh, he can turn around just the same way I can. Alright. Power cells. I don't need those, right? I need processors. Jesus, man. After I had started charging my jump, that's just mean-spirited. Okay. Are we good now? Are we clear now? Yes. I gotta say, I mean, this thing can certainly solve a problem. This is not a bad ship. Alright, that's gonna be it for today. It has been harrowing to say the least. Come back next time, tomorrow. We are a little lower on DNA than I would like. We're probably only going to end up, like, best case scenario, at like 2. Maybe we get to 3. But it's Sector 4, and we only have 1. Anyway, though, come back next time. We'll take whatever DNA we can manage, and we're going to Sector 7. It's happening. We'll see you then.